Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Camilla and this is your Crafty Dog. So I have been completely obsessed with these, I think they're Moroccan kind of woven rattan natural fibre lamps. I've seen them in loads of magazines and books and I really want one. But they are so expensive. I've seen them for hundreds of pounds everywhere. And I am sure I am up to the challenge to working out how to DIY these. Now, I've got some vague ideas and I've been studying these pictures for a very long time to see if I can work out how these are woven or knitted together. And I've got some ideas, so we'll give it a go. So my first project is based on a Moroccan lamp I saw that looks like this. So we're going to be making this project in raffia, which I recently found out is made from a vine. So I managed to get a big bundle of raffia in an extra long. This design is going to be based on doing a plait. So first of all, I just want to review how to do a plait. It's probably easy if you do hair plaits regularly, but here's just a quick recap. So you basically want to do left over middle, right over middle, left over middle, right over middle, and just keep on going like this in the same pattern until you reach the end. I've just done a demonstration here with some coloured threads, as it makes it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing before we move on to the raffia. So we're going to start by making lots of long plaits of raffia. Just take a section, tie it together with an elastic band, and then I sellotape this down to have something to pull against and just did lots of long plaits of raffia. I think I ended up doing 5, but it will depend on the size of your project. And once you've done this, I took a lampshade, just a cheap one will do, and started to attach the long plaits going round and round using a hot glue gun. And just keep going round and round. When you reach the end of a plait, I slipped the elastic band off and just stuck down the ends with the glue. Here I've reached the end of a plait, I've just stuck it on, and the next plait I have passed across the end to try and help secure it down. And then when you come back around with the plait, you can hide the end of the new plait like this. So just keep going till you've covered the whole of the lampshade apart from a very small section at the bottom. And for this we're going to be using a slightly different technique. So let's just go back to our threads for a second to review how to do this. So every time you take a thread from one side, so in this case the left, you will just divide what you have to leave a strand and take the rest over to continue with your normal plait. Hopefully this demonstration helps to understand what I'm doing. So we will just do this with the raffia, and each time just leave one strand to hang down. The plait will start to get thinner as you are losing strands each time, so just add in some new ones by just plaiting them in to try and keep a uniform width for the plait. And we'll just do a plait long enough to go around the bottom of the lampshade, hot glue gun it down, and that's our lampshade almost complete. I just kind of ripped the strands in half to give them a more fluffy look and trimmed them as necessary. And that is our first project. So for the second project, I created a bit more of an organic looking lampshade. It is mainly based on that second plaiting technique I did in the last project. Start off by doing this for as long as you want the initial circumference of the lampshade to be. We will then introduce a second technique, shown here. So at a regular point in the plait, you will introduce free strands from above. Loop the rattan around and use the free strands hanging from the initial plait to introduce to the second row. Continue to cast out strands as before. Just go round and round using this technique until you feel finished. The final row can be left with the strands hanging, and I rip them in half again to fluff them up.
So how do you think it turned out? I was so pleased with the results. I think it looks, well, if not exactly like the lamp, then good enough. And I'm so happy I saved all that money and that I did it myself. Did it yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and home decor videos. Bye.